Okay, what am I doing from this viewpoint? That is the corner of my building right there. In fact, that's my floor right there. But I'm across the street in the little sandwich shop, and I'm treating myself today to a delicious ham, egg and cheese on an English muffin. And then I'm going shopping. Doesn't this look good? I'm going to really enjoy it.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Many times in videos, people compliment on the wires, and they're, well, I wouldn't say they're shocked, but they're fascinated. And I have to tell you, growing up here in the gritty Northeast, I've never paid any attention to it. I guess in other parts of the country, wires are buried underground. That just doesn't happen in the big old cities up north, at least not where I'm from. So I know that some of you enjoy seeing all the wires overhead. Of course, where I am right now, this is Girard Avenue, and we have trolleys that run along this avenue in West Philadelphia. You can see the trolley tracks to the left of the screen. Maybe we'll see the trolley.
Down in the meadow in a little bitty pool swam 3 little fishies and a mama fishy too. Swim, said the mama fishy, swim if you can. And they swam all over the dam.
Down in the meddy in a itty bitty pool, swam 3 itty bitty and a mama bitty pool. Swim, said the mama bitty, swim if you can. And they swam, right out of the dam.
We yell the little fishies, here's a lot of fun. We'll swim in the sea till the day is done. They swam and it was a lark, till all of a sudden they saw a shark.
We yell the itty bitties, here's a lot of fun. You'll swim in the sea till the day is done. They swam, and it was a lark, till all of a sudden it caught tart.
Help, cried the little fishies, gee, look at the whale. And quick as they could, they turned on their tails, and back through the pool in the meadow they swam, and they swam back over the dam.
Help, cried the itty bitty, gee, look at the whales, and quick as they could, they turned on their tails, and back through the pool in the meddy they swam, and they swam back over the dam.
Boom, boom, get 'em down in water, you. Boom, boom, get 'em down in water, you. Boom, boom, get 'em down in water, you.
And they swam back over the dam.
Let's go, gang. Yeah. Look out, Missy.
Okay, look out, reproductions. And I don't think the store knows it. Even those beehive shakers were reproductions. And of course the canisters were as well. Nothing was made like that. So even the reproduction jadeite stuff sells well. But beware. I think everybody knows there's a lot of it out there. This was a memory lane trip. on some of these. I don't remember Charming Chatty. Chatty? Charming Chatty? I guess I didn't see that. There's Robert and his new friends. A lot of us remember reading these. I know there are collectors of them as well. I'm back in a Frankfurt Avenue thrift store in Northeast Philadelphia. Just schlepping around. These bookends looked very interesting to me. They wanted $25 for the pair. And I just wasn't quite sure about them. But I'd never seen them before. I like them. Who's that? Is that David Niven? Maybe it was Clark Gable. Oh my word, the NSYNC game. Now, of course, this is after my time. I think, are we in the early 90s with the... Oh, let's get off of that real fast. NSYNC, that was the 90s, wasn't it? I think that was the 90s. Sewing machine, attachment. Here's I think this was here before, this old 30s china closet. You know, it's interesting. I've said china closet many times, and I've heard some people say, I've never heard anybody call it a closet. We always call it a china cabinet or a curio cabinet. It's funny how in different families you grow up and you hear things being called, I guess, what your mother called it or what your grandmother called it. I never had anybody say curio, but they always said china closet. So I grew up saying china closet. What do you guys say? Hutch? I've heard hutch before. I think hutch maybe is when you have drawers on the bottom. China closet probably comes from the days when you literally had and there were little closet type corner cabinets that were almost like closets, or there were little closets on the sides of fireplaces and things, and closets in pantries. But yeah, my grandmother always referred to her old Beaufront oak china closet as a china closet. Okay. And there's the little server there on, probably matches at $30, not bad. Look at this I think that's an old Westinghouse. How many turkeys were prepared for Thanksgiving dinner in one of these? That's got to bring back memories for many of you. Great big old thing. I don't remember. I think this was some Johnson Brothers. What a lovely autumn weekend it's been for me and you, I hope. Hello, 1980s. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Who had this ultra-modern stuff in the 80s? I didn't grow up with it. I don't remember anybody that I ran around with that had furniture like that, but I certainly remember it from the 1980s. Haven't we already seen this? I think it just keeps getting recycled and pushed around from Goodwill to Goodwill. What do you think? Oh, I miss the 80s. Now this is a heartache. Look at this beautiful piece of Weller pottery. Clearly signed on the bottom. And it was just absolutely smashed and re-glued. See that? Oh my goodness. Completely smashed. Yeah. Well, there's no value in that. I know, a lot of you will say, oh, buy it anyway and bring it home and put it on a shelf. I mean, I could, but it's just... that's a heartache. A real shame. Well, that's what makes the surviving pieces all that more valuable. Gosh, that bugs me to see that. Ah, I wish I hadn't seen it. Okay, why? Just why? Well, they tried. I guess. I can't. Well, here's something that you don't see every day, and I know you know what it is. I see these sometimes referred to as children's desks, but oh no, 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 you and I both know that's a telephone table. Piece of furniture invented in those early days. Really the 20s, these pop on the scene rather. A little desk type of thing. Put your candlestick telephone, your little rotary telephone on the top, your phone book. What's a phone book? And the little tiny chair. That's when every house had one telephone. And it probably sat in the hallway by the staircase. Excuse me, I have a peanut stuck in my throat. Now here is a Renaissance Revival style Victorian chair. It's been reupholstered. Obviously, it has seen better days. The arms were ripped off of it. But we're going to see another one in just a moment. I think I got my video out of whack here. There's another one we're going to take a look at in a moment, and it doesn't have that same amount of damage. And that's the reason why I breezed away from that one as quickly as I did. Okay, here it is. Now, so this is the second one. And it's got its arms. Very nice. Mid-Victorian, late 1870s, 1880s, made out of walnut. I guess basically sort of a Renaissance Revival style. Sometimes there'll be a classical head will be carved up there. And the crest over top of the back of the chair. Nice. They did a good job reupholstering it. It's not an original upholstery. Not necessarily the upholstery I would choose, but that chair wasn't bad, and I think they only wanted about $30 for it. Yeah, I think it was no more than 30. Now we're talking my kind of furniture. We're right in that late 30s period here. We've got original upholstery in good condition. That scratchy old upholstery. This might have been made by Kohler or one of the other great furniture companies of that era. Always came with 2 matching chairs, a club chair, a shell chair, some other type of small living room chair. And look, they only want $80 for it. Obviously, this is not going to be everybody's style. Look at this wonderful 1930s sofa. It's very upset that it has to be next to this hideous recliner, but we'll come over here and film it from this side. Now, it has been reupholstered, but it's very attractive. Even I think the reupholsterer did a good job, and they chose a fabric which is, it's appropriate for this old sofa. It's really nice. Yeah, dates to the 30s. It would have had 2 chairs that went with it. A club chair and maybe a shell type chair. It's just really nice. You can see it is a modern fabric, but it looks really clean and it looks like it hasn't been abused. It's only $64.99. And I don't need it, but I'll tell you what, I love it. Well, I am just leaving my neighborhood Aldi store. I actually drove This isn't too far away, but I'm out and about, so I decided I would just drive over here. We're just off of Girard Avenue in what would be considered lower northeast Philadelphia, I suppose. Actually, art museum, not too far from Brewery Town, if that makes any sense. And you guys are very curious, and I know you love to see what people buy at the grocery store, so I'll show you. I paid $19 and something. And let's see what we have. Gonna have some apple cider, raisins for my oatmeal, cheese sticks are a snack. It's time for Speculatas cookies, spiced, of course, made in Germany. Of course, they came from Aldi. I'll have those with my afternoon coffee. And I guess I'm weird. I snack on oyster crackers all year long with horseradish. It's just one of those things I like to do. And for dinner tonight, in my electric frying pan, my vintage electric frying pan, get out of there. I'm having ham steak, of course, with sauerkraut. And I'm having some sliced pickled beets on the side. That's what I'm having tonight for dinner. This was about $19 for all of this, as I said. And, you know, we do have this plastic bag ban in Philadelphia now, so you bring your own, or you just put it in these cardboard boxes, and that's what I do, and then I can... So we load up these cardboard boxes, and it makes it easy to carry it. I know not everybody has fall foliage where you live, so there's a little hint of it in the parking lot here at the Aldi store. And one of the neighborhood food trucks right there, which are all over the streets in Philadelphia. And it's good stuff, good food. I enjoy eating from the trucks. We just call them the trucks, food trucks. Okay, let's, I've got stuff to do. Let's go. Well, I'll take advantage of the fact that I'm stuck on a one-way street behind a trash truck. And I think there's an Amazon truck ahead of that. Oh, wait a minute, we're moving. All right, hands on the wheel. Hands on the wheel. And I can talk and drive at the same time. Anyway, what I was gonna do is show you what I just got. I just bought 2 items for 50 cents each. A flour frog, 50 cents. Okay, I'm at a stop sign. Putting frog down, placing hand on wheel. Moving up to stop sign, looking. Amazon man says go. Okay, construction truck. I know how you guys feel about people filming while they're driving, so I'm being very careful, as I should be. Yes, as we should be. Stop sign. Victor Mugs, that's that classic 1950s diner, dunking old-fashioned donut into a Victor mug. It is stamped Victor on the bottom. They're reproducing them in China, and they monkey around with the Victor sign underneath. And it's been a while since I've read up on that. So, if you want to buy one, if it's your thing, do your research, because I don't want you to get a reproduction. Hold on, folks. Sorry about that. Should I edit that out? Anyway, yes, they do make reproductions, so be careful if you want one of those classic Victor mugs. Okay, let's, there's a lot going on right now. Let me turn this camera off. Well, that's it. That's what's for dinner at my house tonight. I've got the ham steak over here, right here, and then the sauerkraut. And I dice up apples. I imagine most people do. I just leave the skin right on it. And when I cook the sauerkraut, I dump it all in the skillet right on top of the ham. See the ham under there? And you just let it go. And so then there's the ham and the wonderful sauerkraut. And I season it with ginger and clove. And I just love pickled beets. It all goes well together. And some apple cider over there. So that's it. A lovely fall dinner on a chilly November evening. I hope you're having a nice dinner tonight as well.